Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you the entry model that I use when I want to enter my trades. All right, so I'll show you exactly what you should look out for when you want to enter a trade, and this entry model is going to increase your win rate. So let's get right into what we have for today. So what is the entry model? The entry model goes like this. I'll use this to just to show you how it works. All right. Let's say you have identified your market trend. Let's say you're in a downtrend, for example, and the market prints a high and a low here, printed another lower high, printed a lower low, printed a lower high, printed a lower low. Now, you can identify this trend like this, that this is a downtrend, right? But when market takes out this lower low, and instead of respecting this previous lower high over here, market does something like this, breaks the previous lower high, created a pullback, and broke structure again. What I'll be expecting is this. This is what I'll be expecting. When market do this kind of thing, this is what I'll be expecting. After I've seen this previous lower low being taken out, I call it the liquidity sweep. After you've identified this area of liquidity sweep here, or the previous break of structure in the opposite trend, and you see a change of character here, that is change of character. Some people call it change of intent. That is to say, market want to change direction. Market is giving you sign that it want to change direction. When you see this, I don't just wait to enter the trade from here, because this can just be a liquidity sweep and then continue the continuing trend, that is the sell continued. But what I want to see is this. When I see this liquidity sweep and I see this break of structure to the opposite side here, some people call it change of character, but this is just a transactional liquidity that was taken out. All right. So when you see this transactional liquidity and price came back, a pullback, price did a pullback, then broke structure again over here. So when price breaks structure again over here, so when you see the second break of structure, this confirms that price want to change its direction from a bearish market to a bullish market. Price want to change its direction from sells to buys. All right. So this will give you an insight that price wants to change the direction. The direction of the market wants to change. Okay. So what I will expect, and where will I take my entry? I will take my entry from this point here. From this point, anywhere below this region, that's where I'm going to take my entry. Anywhere below this region. So if I see an order block here, I'm going to take the buy. I'm going to take the buy entry. If I didn't see an order block here, I'm just going to enter from this point at the bottom of this point here, and my stop loss a little bit below this area. And why am I doing this? My entry model is like this. When I see a liquidity sweep and a break of structure and a successful pullback and another break of structure, this area now signifies as a structural liquidity, because for markets to move, markets need to grab liquidity from a point before it moves to another direction. All right. So market move in a way where there's liquidity. So this liquidity is going to fuel this buy move to the upside. So this point here is called the structural liquidity. A lot of people are going to be trying to take buys because they see a break of structure here. A lot of people want to take their buy entry from here, but most likely they will be taken out and price will do something like this. Sorry. Price will do something like this. Price will come down, take out this structural liquidity over here, mitigate this any zone here, mitigate either an order block here or just take out this liquidity and then continue his buys above. All right, continues his buy trend like this. So this is what I'm expecting when I see this kind of setup in the market. I usually enter it. All right, this is just what I'm looking for in the market. Similar scenario, if there's a continuous buy movement like this, there's a continuous buy movement, price does something like this, price does something like this, take out this previous higher high, instead of respecting this higher low, price break this low, came up again, did a successful pullback, break this the lower low. This shows me that price is about to change direction. This shows me that price is about to change direction. So what do? I just come to my chart and identify this. Once I see this liquidity sweep, or you can call it break of structure in the opposite side, still the same thing, okay? Liquidity sweep or break of structure in the opposite side. Once I see this and a clear break of structure and price is a successful pullback and also break structure over here. Once I see this, I'm expecting price to come and take out this structural liquidity over here, mitigate any zone here before it continues the sell, right? So I'll expect price to do this from this point, take out this structural liquidity and continue the buy, continue the sell movement. So these are the two entry types I'm looking out in any market. Anytime I come to the charts, these are the two entry models I'm just watching to see. All right. So these are the two entry models I'm watching to see when I get to the chart. There are other entry models actually that I use when these are the major entry models I follow that I'm looking out for whenever I come to the chart to take my trade. If I don't see this, most likely I won't take that trade. There are other entry types I use, but then just for you to stick with the basics, all right, for you to stick with the basics and not to confuse you, this is what I look out for. Okay, so we can go to the chart now and see if actually this thing plays out like I said. All right, let's just go to a live chart so that will show you. All right, so like this is a trade I took, but then it's actually not a very sweet example to give you. But then what you need to identify is the liquidity sweep to the opposite side, or people call it break of structure to the opposite side. A successful break of structure. After I see the break of structure, price gave a pullback, came down. You can see this pullback didn't break structure like I earlier said. But what happened is this was an engineered liquidity, all right? This was an inducement. So what the price do? Price came back, took out this area of liquidity, took out this inducement, and continued the sell downwards. But let me show you a clear chart. This is another trade that just got mitigated. I saw it from the 4-hour time frame. And what do you see here? This is exactly what I saw. And see the trade is playing out. People that usually take trades of 1:3 would have hit their profit by now. Clean 1:3 RR. But I'm targeting for price to take out this high here. So I'm still waiting for more buys. All right. So what did I see here? I saw that market broke structure. I saw that there was a break of structure from this point, and there was a pullback to this other block over here. Before price pull back to this other block here, it did something. Price created an inducement, an engineered liquidity, created this inducement, then came back, took out this place, all right, took out this liquidity over here, because a lot of people would think market has started buying and jump into the trade, but market reverse, took out this place, this zone, came and mitigated this other block here, then broke structure, just like I said in the earlier example when I was teaching. All right, so this is the entry model I'm expecting to see in the chart before I enter my trades. All right, so this is the liquidity sweep, then a break of structure, then a successful pullback. You can see the pullback that happened. Price did a successful pullback and broke structure again. So why I called it a successful pullback was because after pulling back, price broke structure. Okay, so for me, I call it a successful pullback. Now, what is our entry criteria? We must see a liquidity sweep, which we've seen. We must see a clear break of structure. Yes, we saw that. A successful pullback, we saw that. And another break of structure, we saw that. So what the price did? Price took out this structural liquidity here. Price took it out, came back to this zone. After price take out this structural liquidity, any zone here under here is a valid zone. All right, so for you to know the right zone, I'm going to create a video next where I'm going to show you in depth how I pick out the right zone. All right, but just for you to understand what really happened here, why price came to this point, for you to understand why price actually came to this point, was because before price broke structure here, before it broke structure here, it created this inducement. Let me make my screen bolder so that you can see. Let me make my chart bolder. So before, you can see this liquidity sweep here. So before it broke structure here, it created this inducement. It created this inducement. Any other pullback you see within here before it broke structure is called an inducement. All right. So price created this inducement. Price created this inducement before breaking structure. So what I was actually expecting was for price to take out this structural liquidity, like I gave you in the earlier when I was teaching, like I explained when I was teaching. Price took out this structural liquidity here, then came back and take out this inducement. Once I see this inducement, any zone, I can take my entry immediately after the inducement like this. All right. But I saw this other block. I saw this other block here that failed. I saw this other block here that failed. That price took out liquidity from. So that was where I used, that was what I used as my entry. All right. So I saw the week, clean wick here below my inducement area. So that was why I set my entry to this point. Okay. So I can see price actually respected it, came back to that zone, and it's buying up right now. All right. So I expect price to reach here, but if it didn't reach here, no problem. I can just go out with my 1:3 RR. Okay. So I'll just show you one more example. I'll show you one more example before I end this tutorial. If you are following, if you are getting value so far, please like and comment below. Comment you are getting value, comment you are getting value. All right, I want to see your comments in the comment section. And also make sure you subscribe so that you're going to learn more on how to become a profitable trader, how to increase your win rate, and how to make money from the forex market. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that when next I upload a video tutorial like this, you'll be among the first to get notified.